So the Tesla Robotaxi has been a bit of a hit and miss situation at the moment. Some people are reporting they are great, but we also had the first ever confirmed collision between a Tesla Robotaxi and a parked vehicle as well. Now something else has been spotted though. These cars on some occasions are actually phantom braking, as it is being called. What is this phantom braking and why is this such a massive issue potentially for Tesla? Here's the full story, guys, as always. So a company on X called Teslarati, you may have seen them going around. They basically cover all things Tesla. They posted videos of people inside of Robotaxi, which of course are currently being tested in Austin, Texas. Now, the majority of these people in these Robotaxis have had no issues, but there are some where there have been some pretty concerning things being spotted. Now, it should be emphasized, of course, that this is a testing phase, but it's an open test now. It's out in the wild, as it were. It's no longer in the Tesla factory. People are actually being ferried around by these taxis, but this is still a test. However, it's in the public, so consequences can be massive for mistakes for these autonomous vehicles. However, Kim Java posted a video of her car slamming its brakes when it encountered sun glare. No actual vehicle there, it just braked heavily when it saw sun glare. Java described this as a, quote, rare phantom braking moment. But is it really that rare? Can this happen to somebody else? And why is it happening? Well, it's all down to Tesla's decision to use LiDAR. It's all down to Tesla's decision to use cameras for auto driving rather than LiDAR or sensors. So, for example, if you have accident prevention on your vehicle, basically something that can activate the brakes if it detects you're going to slam into something, usually another vehicle, it uses sensors to determine the distance between yourself and the other object. If that distance closes at a dangerous rate, it will activate the brakes automatically. However, Tesla are using purely cameras, basically a bit more advanced version of the things that you use, such as parking assist and any other cameras that you might find on a vehicle. And LiDAR effectively is radar but for vehicles. So again, that is something that is a bit more tried and tested. Tesla are using purely cameras though, and it's thrown up this big issue when it comes to phantom braking. See, essentially what the cameras do is that they detect a level of light that is coming into them. They don't actually physically find something that is actually there. It just purely goes on the visuals rather than technically what is a feel. I mean, it doesn't actually touch the other car, but it does sense it there with the sensors. A bit like how bats use sonar or something like that to actually see rather than using their actual eyes in dark conditions. But what actually caused it to do this phantom braking? Well, like I said, it's all down to the cameras. And this isn't the first time that the full self-driving mode has come under scrutiny for phantom braking or misrepresenting something that it sees visually. In late 2023, for example, an auto-driving Tesla struck and killed a 71-year-old grandmother as it turned into a corner in intense sunlight, according to Bloomberg. And as a result, unsurprisingly, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration opened an investigation into this, and they found potential issues in the FSD technology to react to things such as reduced roadway visibility conditions like sun flare, like sun glare, fog, and airborne dust, aka smog as well. And that could all increase the likelihood of crashes occurring. So what essentially I think is most likely happening, I mean, Tesla will be able to tell you more accurately if you actually spoke to them and they acknowledge this problem, which they might not well do. But, you know, my opinion on this really is that it does seem as though this technology basically misinterpreted the solar flare, the glare, as being another vehicle. Think about it, on a really hot day, which I imagine it probably was in Austin, Texas at this time of year, but on a hot sunny day, you've got lots of light being bounced off of cars, particularly light coloured cars, you know, silver coloured cars. It's really bad for it. And anything that has that kind of finish, that kind of sheen on a vehicle, it can be pretty much blinding if you're looking straight at it. And basically the technology thought, oh, there is a vehicle there, I need to slam on the brakes, it's not moving. Whereas in reality, there was nothing there. And if, for example, there was somebody right behind them, it could well have caused an accident. So it's something to think about. But guys, the Robotaxis, are they fit for the roads? Are they right to be tested right now in Austin, Texas? Would you be happy if they came to your city? Would you take a ride in one? I want to hear all your thoughts about this in the comments below, as always. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you want to see more of this, guys. And have a fantastic day wherever in the world today. And we'll see you very soon.